Yo, my peoples, what's up? Welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Jason here today. I have a solo playthrough for Urbion. The edition from Impatient Studio, Shady Torbey's imprint, has reacquired Urbion from Z-Man, given it the full Impatience treatment, so it now fits in, does not stick out like a sore thumb anymore, fits in with the rest of your Oniverse games. The basic gameplay is the same from the Z-Man version. You will have your hand of dream cards, and you are trying to claim city cards that are in the middle by playing balanced cards, positive and negative, discarding cards and making balances, and trying to claim your entire city deck before your main deck runs out. In addition, there are a whole new suite of elements. Where the original edition had 2 expansions, this one has 7. You see these horizontal cards over here. There's different kinds of challenges in the city cards, and the cuteness of the meeple has returned. If you are interested in just seeing base Urbion, I have a playthrough of the Z-Man edition. Go ahead and check out the playlist Oniverse in the One Stop Co-op Shop YouTube page. If you know how I roll here on the One Stop Co-op Shop, I love to shuffle in all the expansions to give you a full sense of everything that you're going to get in a box of an Oniverse game. So let's get into 7 expansion Urbion after these channel announcements. We are the One Stop Co-op Shop, a multi-platform gaming empire, and your one stop for solo and cooperative gaming goodness. As I said in the intro, this playthrough will feature all 7 of the included expansions in New Urbion, but I'm going to give an overview of the base game in case you are new. So at the beginning of the game, you have a number of city cards, and this represents the goal of the game. You have to claim all these cards. You begin by dealing out 4 in a horizontal or vertical row, sorry about that. And then out of the deck of dream cards, you're going to deal 2 per city, putting the Sogne, which are the positive cards, on the left, and the Incubae, which are the negative cards, on the right. You see the iconography has tells you exactly which way the game wants you to put them. You also pick up a hand of 4 cards, and you're ready to begin. Your goal in this game is to try to get a number balance across the different cards. So number balance will be something like this. I got lucky in this opening deal. We got +2 and -2 off the opening deal, so this would be a balanced city. Most of the time, though, they're going to come out imbalanced. Either it's going to be something like different numbers that are unbalanced. You have to kind of figure that out, or the balance is going to be kind of way off one way or the other. That's kind of the opening deal. Over the course of the game, I'm going to play cards that are going to try to establish some kind of balance. So, theoretically, I can use this too. I got a -3 here. I got a +1 there. I want to be able to play this 2 right here. However, I need to respect the symbols that are on each city card. So I don't have to respect it for the opening deal, but for card playing, it needs to be either a water or a fire. This would be an earth, and there is also an air symbol as well. So the 4 elements. So if I wanted to play a card here, it could only be a water or a fire. So somewhere along the way, I happen to have one right here, I would need to play a water card. Water cards are only ones, so I would need to play another card in order to establish that balance. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is through card manipulation. So let's say I had a setup like this, and I wanted to get to this balance with -3. So I have my hand of cards. I can, instead of playing a card, I could choose to discard. So that card is gone. And I could do a swap. So swaps do not have to respect the symbol matching. So now I have 2 + 1 and then balanced with 3, and so I'm good to go. So you see how the strategy is. In order to do that balance, I had to break the balance over here. So you're looking at the whole board. You're seeing where you can preserve balances, do swaps so that you can maintain balances all over the place, etc. At the end of each turn, you are going to refill your hand and do that again. Either play a card or discard a card to fire off a power. Adding a quote-unquote chaos factor are the chaos cards. So there are 8 of these shuffled into the deck. You see that they are +5, which is bigger than anything you'll see out of the regular dream cards, and they mess things up. So how you deal with them is you pick a side, and then you have to put it on the stronger side. So I have 5. How wonderful would it be if I could just place this -5 on here and be balanced? Nope. You have to put it on this side, and now you have to deal with this 5 either by trading it into a more balanced row or some other combination of things. Progress the game a little bit. Let's say through my manipulations, I was able to achieve balances. So I can, on my turn, discard a card and do what the game calls a census, which is to claim a balanced city, or as many balanced cities as I can manage. So I could do 1, 2, 3, or 4, but each time I do, for whatever is balanced, so let's say I'm going to claim this. We got 3 on the positive side, 3 on the negative side. I would discard all those cards and claim this city card. And that is how I add to my victory pile. As I said, the goal of the game is to claim all the city cards until you have to do it before you run out of dream cards. So that is the plus and minus of the game. One thing that is super fun, I think that's kind of the secret sauce of what makes this game fun, is the shoot the moon aspect. So I happen to have a layout here where all 4 of the cities are balanced. I get to claim all of these cards, claim all of the cities, claim them as victory, discard the rest, and also get another city card. These are hard to get, so you want to try to get that perfect balance as quickly as possible. You would deal out another whole city and then do all that again. And that is the quick and dirty overview of base Oniverse. This new edition of Oniverse includes 7 expansions. The original one had 2, which are included, and I'll point those out, but there are 5 more that are included here. And I'll run through them really fast. Just to note, like with any Oniverse game, you can play with 1 individual or a couple shuffled in. I'm going to play the big game with all 7. All right, so first of all, we have the metas and the arch squares. This was included in the first expansion. These are pretty easy to shuffle in. They shuffle into the main deck, and you can do either one. Add a lot of flexibility, and also these are nice, easy cities to get. The challenge there is that you got to get more cities, makes the game a little bit longer. This is a new one, the Chromatic Chaos. This is top and bottom, like the base game Chaos cards, only a little bit friendlier in the sense that you play them when you play them. You can actually choose to whether you want to play them on the negative or positive side, but you have to then play the next card off the top of the deck, which is, sometimes you don't want to play that next card. So that is another little mix on the chaos factor. We have the hanging, no, this is not the Hanging Gardens. This is the Temple and the Compass cards. So the Temple is the big thing here. It's a city card with only 1 symbol. So obviously a lot harder to make those matches. But as a balance, you shuffle these Compass cards in here. They're like metas. And they have every symbol. So it's a lot easier to match with the 1 symbol. So as usual with Oniverse, they giveth and they taketh away all at the same time. This one mixes up gameplay a little bit more profoundly. So this is a new city card. You notice 0 symbols. How am I supposed to get cards near there? Well, first of all, use your powers and manipulate cards. And you get that opening draw where there's 2 cards there. So you got to manipulate off of that. In addition, you have these special cards that have the star in them. These are called the wizard cards. They unlock better versions of powers. One of those key powers is that now I can mix and match cities. So if I have a row of 4 cities, including 1 Hanging Garden, I can take a city and swap the position and leave the dream cards where they are. So if you have a nice balanced city next to a regular city card, then you can just swap in your Hanging Garden. That takes care of the Hanging Garden. Adds a lot, in my opinion, in terms of strategy. This book of spells is actually from the first game. These are basically remixed powers that you can play with, and they're modular, so you can play with a bunch of different powers, so like discarding cards off of one or the other side, getting bonuses for getting the perfect balance, etc., etc. Got to discard a couple cards in order to unlock the additional discard ability of the spells. This one probably changes the game more than anything. These are the postcards. So the postcards have denizens, And if you are familiar with Oniverse, you will recognize these characters from earlier expansions, so there is definitely continuity there. In terms of gameplay, they go on top of the different cards. So like if you have a card next to a city, it would go like that. And there are conditions that you have to fulfill in order to either get the good bonus, which is +1, or just avoid the bad bonus, which will be a -2. So you are going to play a bunch of these throughout the course of the game, and what you want to do is you want to have more of these positive ones than have triggered the negative side. That is an additional win condition. So that makes the game a lot harder and way more thinky. I'll get into that as I get into the playthrough. To balance, the game gives you these wise chaos cards to mitigate the chaos a little bit. So when I pull either chromatic chaos or a base game one, then I get rid of one of these, and I'll have a number depending on how many expansions I have shuffled in. This will let me shuffle, well, not shuffle, but put the chaos card back into the deck. So you'll pull 4 cards, and then I can put that chaos on there. So I'm delaying the chaos with these wise cards. And finally, we have to have the meeple. This meeple is adorable, as all of them are. This is the Nightmare module. This little creature will be moving around the 4 city cards. As I complete the different balances and I get rid of city cards, if I'm lucky enough or skilled enough to get a match that has the meeple on there, then I can get rid of one of these 8 Nightmare cards. I have to get rid of all 8 Nightmare cards as an additional win condition in order to defeat the game. There's also a way that I can discard 2 cards, 1 light, 1 dark, and then get rid of one on its own. So there's plenty of ways to deal with that, but it is yet another thing to think about. All right, here is my opening deal. I did do the Book of Powers. So I went through all of these powers and I picked one. So just to give you an idea, here is a Scry. Here are an ability to just kind of discard 1 card when I do my personal hand discard, as opposed to swapping. And this one lets me move the different cards around. I didn't pick any of those. Instead, I picked this, which is when I do a perfect balance, I get a bonus city to get through the game a little bit faster. So 1 power, when I discard to form the census, I can, if I can do the perfect balance, then I get an extra card. We also have postcards over here, so I'll go through them one by one. Remember, I have to meet the condition, or at least avoid the bad condition in order to score them. So this one requires that there are 2 chaos cards on the board when it is the conditions are met. And here we have 1 chaos card. So just wait until a second one comes out in order to fulfill this. Let's see if that actually happens. Here, this card simply just can't move. When it moves, then it is in the not defeated pile, and I get the -2. So just don't move it. Here is perfect balance. So you want to go for perfect balances anyway, but you get a little extra if you can solve this within the concept of a perfect balance. You'll get that +1. This one is, I think, the more complex one to do. A lot of planning involved in the plan bot one. Somehow we need some kind of ascending or descending order. Doesn't matter where the cards are, but at least, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Some kind of sequence. So it just so happens that in this particular layout, I got it. So I dealt out the regular card, the chromatic chaos I got, then I placed another one. I think it was this one. So we got 4, 3, 2, 1. So I've met it. So I just need to keep that in mind as I manipulate the cards, try to keep some sense of order in that sequence. So I got my hand of 4. I have 2 wizard cards and a meta, so some special cards over here. Wizard cards I can discard to swap city cards. I don't think I need to do that right now. I might need to because I have Hanging Gardens over here, and I cannot add cards just on their own. I can't play cards here, so I might eventually swap in something to get that balance, but we don't have to worry about that for now. Let's go ahead and use a meta. Right there, look at that. So we have 7 there. Well, now we have 6. This one's a little bit harder. I think this is called the tower, something, lots of different names. It just has the water symbol, so I can only play water symbols, and I happen to have one, so that's great. All right, so time to draw. I drew another wizard. Okay, that's pretty good. And this one moves on down. Let's continue to go for perfect balances. We got 7 right there. I have 6 over here. So I have got a little bit lucky. I got the water that I can play next to this harder city. So that gives me 8. Let's draw a card. We got, another meta. Nice and flexible. And move that one on down. All right, so I have 3 Wizards cards. I know I said that the stars can move the cities around. There are a couple more things they can do, actually. One of those things is to discard a card and actually swap the chaos. So if I discarded a card, I can actually take this card and put it on the other side wherever I want it. So I can put it over here if I wanted to. Clearly, I'm not going to do that because I've been building this side up. The last thing that I can do is I can do 2 actions from the base game, which is going to be 2 swaps at this point. So let's go ahead and discard that card right there. And we are going to make 2 balances. So we have that swap right there and that swap right there. So when you swap, you don't respect the symbols in the middle. So now, see how I was able to get the Hanging Garden, its match? Boom. This is 1 away from a match. We got 7 and we got 7. And we have 4 and 4. So we have 3 out of 4. We just need a 1 here. I don't have the 1 here, but getting dealt that 1, especially in the numbers, would be super sweet. Let's see what happens. No. A chromatic chaos. So I have a choice over here. I could play it, which means play it and then play the next card in the deck as a blind draw. Or use one of my 6 Wise Chaos cards to delay. These are valuable. I think I can absorb this, even if I have to do a couple of swaps to manage. I think it's fine. So let's go ahead and just play that as a minus. So we have 7 and 4, and then we play this in the next legal space. We got a +4 fire. The fire can go here, because that's the all, or here, which is not in balance. So we play it right there. Look at that. That actually, those 2 particular cards are balanced. These are not. So I'm 1 away still, and I draw again. No! Oh, boy. Okay. This might be a case where I want to do the Wise Chaos, although I have this thing, which requires 2 chaoses to show up. See, yeah, let's just go ahead and absorb that. We're going to put that over there. It has to go at a place where there's an imbalance, and there's an imbalance right there. So we just draw again. Hopefully we draw a 1. I want to draw 1 on this side, but that's not going to happen. Wow. Okay. So that foiled my plans just a little bit. That did have to move, and now I'm ready to go. Let's see. So I think I have what I need. I just need to not get screwed by the deck. So I like to discard just the normal cards and keep the more special ones. So we're just going to discard. Oh, we can't do that. We have to discard a special. So I'm going to discard this star card and move the chaos. The chaos as flipped and moved over to this side. So that means that I have 12 over here, 8 over here. 4s are fire. So I just need a 4 of a fire card, which is a 4, in order to get that balance. Let's see what I get. We get a chromatic chaos card. That's great. That's the 4 I need. But this one I'm going to Wise Chaos. So I have 6 of them. Now I have removed them, and now there are 5 more. So I'm going to draw 4 cards. I'm going to put this on the bottom. So I know that I am getting a chaos, or getting a chromatic chaos, and I know when it's coming. So I just need to plan around that. So let me just hope that this isn't a regular chaos. No, it is not. And so I liked using the power in the star, but I need the balance. So we have a 4, we have 12, we have 12, which is 5, 4, 3. So everything is in balance. 7's over here, 4s, 12, and 2. So I just need to draw not a chaos, and I should be good to go. That is not a chaos, a lot of Sagne. But And I have achieved my perfect balance, and I happen to have achieved all 4 postcards, which is rare. I'm going to celebrate it. I had the 2 chaos cards. They're here. This bot didn't move. That's great. The perfect balance, also awesome. And the plan bot, it changed up a little bit. But we have our row. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, different than what I originally intended. That chaos card ended up helping me. So I am totally happy with everything. So you set these aside. All I need is for the positive to be equal or greater to any of the negatives. That means getting twice as many positive as negative. You can lose a few. That's fine. All right, I've claimed 4 city cards. All 4. Didn't matter where this was. I happen to claim all of them. So what that means is these go into the victory pile, and I remove one of the 8 nightmares. So this is going to pop out at the beginning of the next turn. I didn't mention that also as a move, a discard move, I can discard 2 cards from my hand. Where's my hand? Right there. I can discard 2, 1 Incubate, 1 Sogne, to get going on this pile a little bit faster. So I don't need to do that quite yet. Lots of rules, lots of stuff to keep track of. All I know is I can take all of these cards and discard them and get the credit for all of that good work done. And in addition, I had the power, which lets me draw an extra city card to claim. So good, I got one of these harder symbols out the way and a regular card. When I come back, a whole new fresh deal will be in the camera. All right, so here is the full redeal. We have a balance over here. That ended up pretty good. This postcard is the airship. So what that is going to do is every turn, it is going to move. And then it'll wrap around, it'll keep on moving. It will move until it hits a row of 3. There is no 4th space in Urbion, so that's when the condition will be met for defeat, and I would have bad things happen. Don't want that to happen. I don't love playing with this because every round is something to track in addition to this module. Like if you're playing with just the postcards on its own, it's okay. Shuffling them all together, that is a lot. All right, so here is also another new one. This is the Dreamcatcher. They have to be by themselves. So right now they are not. When I dealt out the cards, the chaos kind of followed them. So that's exactly what I don't want with this one. That is what it is. Here is another, I think this is the Resting Mage or something. 2 chaoses. Got 2 chaoses. So getting 4 out of the 8 chaoses so early is not bad because that way you don't deal with them the rest of the game. So that's pretty good. And the last one, this is, I forget exactly what this was, the Hourglass. Every round is going to go like this, like a timer. So you see the arrows. If it rotates basically around again and then it rotates again, then you would hit the -2 and then it would be discarded. So it's basically a timer. I need like, I think 5 turns in order to do it. You saw me Wise Chaos, this chromatic chaos. So then I dealt it out and then I got another card. And I drew yet another of the mages. So there's 12 mages. So, it's a good amount, but I've already seen a lot of those as well. I'm going to have to ask Shadi about this. I think this is right. But Shadi, if you're watching, go ahead and drop a note. Let me know if this is a proper move. So when I said that you can do 2 moves in the base game, I was doing 2 trades. I think that I can also do like a trade and a census. Because those are both moves you can do off a discard. So that's exactly what I'm going to do to clean up a little bit of this mess. So here we go. Discard this. Going to do a trade and a census. So let's go ahead and swap right there. I had the balance that maintains the balance. We got 4 over here and 4 over here. If I let this proceed, then it's going to break that number, and this would just be 4 and 0. So while I have the balance, while the meeple is here, and while I have trapped the 2 most annoying dream catchers, I did a swap. Now let's do a census for 1 row, the 1 balanced row that I have. So we're going to go 1, 2, wham! Get out of here. They are in the victorious pile. We're going to take care of that, and we are going to score another of the nightmare cards. We're going to discard another card, bring them down to 6, and claim this city card. So that is going to trigger a redeal. I can deal with that. We get 2 more, and I'm starting to get into the normal little cards. The first card that gets dealt is going to get a postcard, another plan bot. I think we've seen all of them at this point. There may be 1 or 2. I'll point it out when you see them. Here comes the little meeple for the next turn, and there you go. By the way, lest you think I am out of the jungle, here are 2 hanging gardens. I have 1 that is claimed and 2 that are out. So that creates a lot of, as a matter of fact, extra challenge. If I'm going to play cards, it has to be to these other city cards with symbols and then move some things around. Here's my hand right now. I drew that -2 of water, and let's get started with the balancing right here. The next card is a Concord card, I think. This is the card that helps me with the temples. Doesn't help me too much with these things, but at least got some flexibility there. Definitely playing a little bit of defense here, kind of filling things out so I could make a move. I used up all the wizards that I'm going to get, so I can't touch the chaoses. Air to air. Let's see what else I... No, chaos! I can't believe it keeps on coming. Although, how can I finagle this so that it's to my advantage at least a little bit? No, I did not think so, and the way the board is looking, I'm not even close to any matches whatsoever, so is it worth delaying and wasting out of my wise chaoses? Probably not. Wow, this is looking a lot worse. I had a hot start, and now I am completely gummed up. You know something? I opened up with that beautiful, perfect balance. This is going to be anything but. So we're going to do the best that we can with what we got. So we're going to discard this card and make 1 swap. We are going to make it here. So... that will put this card, the Hanging Garden, I'll be able to claim it because that is 4 and 4, so I don't have to mess with this card anymore. Have a work on a lot of this. I will get this because there's 2 chaoses out, but I won't get this, which is okay. You can choose a few to lose as long as you are ahead of the curve in terms of the proper conditions. This one moves down, and I get another card, -1. I don't have a plan right now. I don't have resources for a plan. Let's discard this -1. Just trying to smooth out the chaoses. If I can get through this, there are just not that many chaoses left. 5 is much more manageable, so it's kind of closer to balance. I am dependent on the deck giving me what I need in order to move through this. Another -1, not quite. So let's do the best that I can, build this up. I'm hopeful that I can get that balanced and that balanced. If I get a star, I'll swap these. Again, if. if. Another Concord card. These are really good cards in another context. Not so much now. So I didn't get what I need to balance things out. Not even close. The cards are too small in numbers. So I am just going to trigger a census, a 1-row census. Normally I hate doing that, but this is the deal, and I can get rid of 2 of these cards. One of them I lose because this needs to be on its own, but one of them I win because I had the 2 chaos cards, and also I dealt another blow. To the Nightmare, so that is another card gone, so 5 left. Also, I didn't mention this, when I do that move where I discard 2 cards from my hand, if the last card of the stack is gone that way, then I can get rid of another city card from the deck. So that's a nice thing. Making progress there is a good move. And I got rid of another Hanging Garden. Get out of here. I hate you. You're so annoying. Watch me get the last one from the top of the deck. Ooh, the opposite. Oh, plenty of symbols right there. So that is much, much more promising. And we have a 4, which is nice number diversity. And I can put this anywhere I want. Another Concord. That's going to be right there. And here's the meeple. How unbelievable annoying is this? Another chaos. My 6th of 8 cards, and I'm not even halfway through the deck. So I'm not ready for it. It would be into the Sagne side, which is, as you can see, totally full. Lots of chaos there. So we are going to use our 2nd of 6th wise chaos cards. We are going to put that card 1, 2, 3, 4 down in the deck, so I know what's coming. the third card after this. So the new card is another Concord. Are you kidding me? This is totally weak and pathetic. Great for certain circumstances, but just not this one. So let's go ahead and discard one of these Concords. We're going to move or swap the Concord down to the bottom and put the Chaos here. So now the Chaos can go, the next Chaos, when it comes up, can go here. So I would have 2 Chaoses per side, which is a lot more workable. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm kind of riding lightning over here. But knowing how to generally balance things to give yourself the best chance of victory is how it's done. So we got 2. Man, I need bigger numbers. And we are down to the Arch card. So this is where knowing how the number distribution works. I'm going to put that right there. That makes 9. Right now, that's 7. The 3 is the most frequently occurring nightmare card, so it wouldn't be that bad to wait for a 3, swap it in, and get that going right there. Another card. Okay, a little bit. Really struggling with higher numbers. That 2 is going to go right there. I like water when I see it, and we have a 4. Wrong side-ish, but at least it's a bigger number. I can start to make more balances. Speaking of balances, I was complaining about these, but they do have their role. So this is a Concord. I got 5 on this side. I have set it up where I can get 5 on this side. The Concords have all symbols on them, so I don't even have to look at it. And I believe this is the Chaos. Yep, it is the Chaos. Right there, much more useful if I can put that here. So that is my 6th of 8 Chaos. Please do not be the 7th Chaos. Okay, wow, look at that. Big fatty. I think I even have to look because I'm going to put 4 and 2 here. So then let's go ahead and just put the 4 right there. And, ooh, a wizard card. Excellent. So this one hopped 2. We will go 1, 2, and it is on where I have a balanced city, but I think I can now shoot for something a little bit more ambitious. Just in case you're wondering, I do have this star card now. I could swap this card, this Hanging Garden over here, but not while the Nightmare is on there. I gotta wait 1 turn. Or instead, I could do it down here. There's no way that I can add cards, so that is not a problem. Let's go ahead and take this star that I just pulled and move that along. Whew! All I need is to replace this 1 with a 3 eventually, and I am good to go. And if you're wondering if I don't look for replacing of this 5 with a 3, making 7 and 7, there are no Sogne 3s. So I have to do it on this side if I'm going to do it efficiently. Boom, and ooh, another star card. Not going to worry about that for now because we have this meta we've been holding on to. That gives 10 and 10. So we have 2 balances. One is close. This one is going to escape me a little bit, but I'm okay with that relative to that mess that I had before. Another +4. I don't love this move for now, but I need to keep things rolling and hold on to this star. Let's just go ahead and put that there. Start to get the balance a little bit. Move on down and get... Oh, that's what I was waiting for. Look at that. Ask and I shall receive. Not even going to think about that. Let's go ahead and put that 3 over here. That gets moved up and another 3. Hey, if I've had patience, that's what I was looking for. I'm almost full up. I don't have too much room for cards. I really tried to get the perfect bonus going to definitely take advantage of my special card over here, but I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I could draw for it, but I don't think that's kind of what the game wants you to do. So let's go ahead and discard that and move that here. So we have 9 and 9. We have 10 and 10, and we have 5 and 5. So hopefully this is not a chaos. It is not. I mean, I already got 6 of them, so that is what it is. So this is 7 and 2. That's not even close. I could manipulate things, but I don't think I am ready to do all that. Let's go ahead and discard this 2 and take a 3 city census, including the problematic city right here. And I also get rid of another nightmare card. And when I get back, it'll be pretty much a new deal. So this is much more tame. You see, nice and balanced set up. That chaos was already floating around. All right. So in terms of the postcards, I did lose the plan bot. They had twos and ones over here, fours and fives over here. That's not going to do it. So that is 4 points over here, 7 points with the positive. So pretty happy with the state of play there. I also have 4 nightmare cards left. And we have the layout over here. We have the dove, so I have to get a perfect balance to score it. That's great. This is the lazy mage, which requires 2 chaoses. Hopefully I don't get another one. I am at the halfway point of the deck, and there are 2 chaoses in here. Chromatics do not count. So I'm not going to count on getting that one. That's okay. This one is already fulfilled. This is the Dreamcatcher. It has to be alone. And there's already a +1 and -1 here. So the balance is already struck there. Fantastic. And I got a hand of boring cards. Let's get to work. First of all, plenty of 3s. As I said in the deck, we have wind and wind. That works for me. And, chaos. A chromatic chaos, so I can decide where I want to put this. Let's put it up here because 2 is a frequently occurring number on the Sogne side. Hopefully I draw 2. I've been drawing plenty of them. I have a 2. That's a wind. Another 2 to help me out. So that moves on down there. I'm not even going to think about this. So we have 6 and 6. Yep, that is a 2. Draw another one. Plenty of 2s, like I said. Move on down. Got so many 2s, I can discard one. Let's flip that right there. Doesn't get me toward any particular balance, but it sets me up to do them both. 5 and 3, I can get a 2 over there somehow. You know how it all goes. Let's move that down. What else do I get? Oh, Concord. Now they're useful. You see how tight things are? These Concords are going to come in real handy. As a matter of fact, I think I see exactly how I'm going to use it. So let's go ahead and take advantage of the 2. There's the water right there. We got 5 on this side, 3 and 2. Make 5. That's a balance. Another Concord. That's great. Move that up. While I am down here, though, we got 4 and we got 5. Welcome to the party. Boom. Doesn't matter. Has all the symbols. It can go wherever it wants. Pull another card. I'm not too worried about chaoses now, except for chromatic chaoses. So I'm definitely going to wise one because balance of 6, balance of 5, balance of 5, balance of 1. Perfect balance. So what am I going to discard? Let's discard this 4. That's a little bit inartful at this point. And boom! Get out of here. Nightmare. 1 more card. I got 3 left. And not only that, I get to take 2 city cards because of the snazzy bonus that I took at the beginning of the game. Got rid of a temple card, which is nice. There is 1 more hanging garden card out there. Let's see if I pull it. Oh, I should probably note, I did not score this because I don't have 2 of the regular chaoses out. But I did score this because it is alone. All right, Chaos Abound. I got my 7th of 8 Chaos cards. Nice that I got them early and I was able to deal with them. Okay, so that's a Chaos card there. Here is the timer card again, so I got 5 turns in order to deal with it. Here is a new card. I think this is the last of the postcards. Here, it's pretty simple. You just need all 4 of the element symbols to be in whatever row it is. My last Hanging Garden, that's not good news, but I have the Arch Square, which is excellent news. And a couple of chromatic chaoses came out. So, lots of cards to deal with. Not a bad little set of resources, including 2 wizards cards. Let's get to work. So for now, let's just go ahead and get started over here. So this is 4 right now. This is 3. The Concords, there's plenty of 1s. Plenty of ways to get this balance, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Chaos. Yeah, the rule about the Hanging Gardens is that you can't play a card from your hand, but these aren't cards from your hand. They're just chaos. Plus, they don't have no symbols. They have no symbols. So I'm just going to play that right there. And I have to deal with this next card and play it automatically, but it is what it is. So we have a -3. I can put them in any legal space. So the legal space is going to be right there. For now, let's see what else I could come up with. A -3, that is down there. Oh, sorry about that. That is, I had already moved that, and we are going to rotate these 1. All right, so let's go ahead and discard doubles. Well, not quite doubles, but I have 2 -3s. Discard one of them. To do this flip, I can do math. Better be able to do math in this game. So we got 5 and 5. That's a balance. We got 4 and 4. That's a balance. We got 6 and 6. That's a balance. But at least I can get the 3, and that would take care of these rotating ones once I get the meeple back up. So that's a 1. Should I trigger it now and just kind of take care of it? So we have 3 cards left. I would deal out these city cards. These would be the last cards that I'd have to deal with. Worth it. Let's go ahead and discard this 1 and claim 3 city cards, including 2 Victor. Wait, actually, this requires symbols. Do I want to absorb the loss? Yes. So it would be 12 to 8 that I am in the positive. Helps that they kind of offset one another. So let's take care of all of that and enter the final phase of the game. Here is the new deal. No more cities left, and very advantageous because I got the 2 arch cities. What's not advantageous is I got 2 of these planes on the side with the 3 wall. So at the end of the next turn, boom, I'm going to lose it. At the end of the third turn, boom, I'm going to lose it. I don't have a way to deal with this, so I need to somehow get these off the table. Now, I am at a place where I can lose 2 of them. So losing 2 of them would get me to 12 points, 12 negative points. If I claim these 2, or somehow 2 of them, I'll get me to 13 points, and I'd be ahead on postcards and won't have to deal with it. So I'm definitely going to lose this one. I just cannot lose one other in order to be able to win. And we are in the end game. There are no city cards left. So this was satisfyingly thinky. I like how this game is ending. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard this 3 and swap these 2 cards. So that will break the possibility of that moving. The rules do not specify if there are 2 cards. Do I choose to move one and the other? I'm okay with just moving this card first. In this particular case, it would just crash and score the -2. And then this card will move up top, which breaks this 2. All I need to do is make sure that nothing goes here, and I am good for now. And that moves there, and I get a card which is a +2 star. Oh yeah, I'm going to use this. All right, next up, let's go ahead and play this valuable 2 because it balances with the Sogne 2. Draw again, the last chaos. So this time I'm going to demonstrate what the other way to get rid of chaos is. I think I have plenty of cards left for the rest of this, so I'm just going to take 4 cards off of the deck. Ooh, that's a chaos, so that is actually going to get played. I don't draw a 4th card to replace it, so 3 cards off the top of the deck are going to get discarded. The 4th is going to get played. Pretty much a no-brainer there for balance, but let's see what I get as a follow-up. It is a 1, which is really valuable. Yeah, let's put it right there because we have a 3 there. I can deal with all of that. Great. So hopefully I don't draw another one. Okay, I can do a lot with this. So all the chaoses are done. And the game is actually pretty easy to get balances. The issue is, do I have enough resources left to do so? So bye-bye, 8th and final chaos. This will move. This will move. Let's rock. All right, so I don't really have any use for purple anymore because the board is currently weighted towards purple. So I'm going to discard a wizard card to get 2 swaps. So that's a swap right there, which establishes this balance. And a swap right there, which is going to free up this card. So right now, if I establish balance, which it is, I'll get credit for this because it is alone. I think we're alone now. Oh, I'm going to really make use of that. All right, so famous last words, but I think if I get the right cards, I can finish this off with a perfect balance. So the Concord goes there. We have 3 and 3. So without the flying machine, this is balanced. So I have another Concord. Let's move that down here. Wham! So the Nightmare and the Concord are following each other. All right, so I know what to do on timing. So let's go ahead and discard these 2 cards. We are finally going to do that effect that I told you about at the beginning of the game. Discard 1 Incubator and 1 Sogne card to deal with the Nightmare. So that is, there's only 2 cards left. So 1 goes there. This one disappears into the Nether. It basically rests on top in there. You have 1 turn where you don't have to deal with that thing out there. So it doesn't do anything, just progresses the Nightmare and moves me through the deck, and I get some useful cards. Okay, yeah, nice low numbers. Goes along with what I got going on. It is going to keep on flying. So that is going to be that 2 right there. So that's 5, that's 5, so that's balanced. This would be balanced. So when this moves, it will be. So let's go ahead and move that right now. We get that reappearing on the screen. And I get another star card. Oh man, we are coming down to the wire on this one. Thank goodness I have one of these left. I was sweating it out for a little bit, but all these can take all symbols. I have a 2 over here, very valuable 2, which doesn't go with either of these, but it can go here. Let's move that down. We are going to pick a card. We got 4 cards, and we have 3 cards left in the deck. This one moves, but it is not going to make too much of a difference. So I have 4, 5, 3, if I don't count this, and 6 and 4. So let's go ahead and just discard once. You can discard in this game without effect, and that puts that there. I know there's no chaos. Look at that. We now have 4, 5, 3, and 8. Sorry about that. That's not 8. That's 6. Perfect balance. Discard this last Nightmare to boot. Everything is in order. Unfortunately, I did not get the Plan Bot, but I did get the Flying Machine and the Dream Catcher. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points on the positive side. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points on the negative side. That is a win. I claim all 4 city cards. And this is a giant pile of city that I have claimed. And that is total 7 expansions Urbion. You can see the extra level of complexity. You can see that it is a functional game with the 7. I hope that I've presented it in a way where you can get a feel for what your favorite expansion would be, if you're attracted to the all 7, or if there's particular modules that you like to play in your game. As I figured, this new edition of Urbion is so far and away superior to the old one. Just chuck that old one, trade it, whatever you got going on, and acquire this one if you are interested in this particular game. I'm an Oniverse fan, so you know what's staying in my collection. It is right there amongst the better of the Oniverse games. When the last one comes out, which is Ultimon, I'm still waiting for it. It'll be out in a year or 2 as I record this. Then I will have a giant ranking with all of the Oniverse games. But until then, this is Jason with the One Stop Co-op Shop, reminding you that we'll see you at the next stop.